depending on the time of the day, the time of the month, and the time of the year. My skincare routine is complex. Your skin is unique. Mine is unique. Every skin is unique and should be listened to, determining the type of skincare products that should be used during these unique times. I'm Lucia, and I'm here to share with you today my winter skincare routine. Based in the UK, we are in the winter period. I'm going to start by cleansing my face and then proceed. I'm just letting you into a little bit of my skincare routine. This is not everything, otherwise, we will spend a whole day. As I said, my skincare routine is complex. My skin has a voice, and I am keen to listen to my skin speak to me. I had already applied some of Izmiri skincare cleanser on my face. I've had it on for up to 3 minutes. If you have a skincare product, you should always listen to what the manufacturer says on the packaging, because every skin would respond to products differently. Listening to the packaging instructions would help you to achieve those results that you seek for. Generally, because I have a very dry skin, I tend to lean towards using hydrating cleansers that are not that are gentle for my skin. And as you can see, I'm rubbing it close to my eyes, and it's not irritating my eyes one bit. Because I've left it on for 3 minutes, that is what this cleanser is meant to do. It's meant to sit on my face for that long. Doesn't mean that when you have your cleanser, you should leave it on for such a time unless your facial cleanser says so. Hence, always listen to instructions by the product manufacturers so you don't run into skin irritations. This is not a foaming cleanser, right? I already have the flannel. Treat your skin with kindness. Romance your skin if possible. I don't know if it's a bit messy, water running through all over my hands or hands, whichever is said, whichever way it's said. Pardon me if there's any form of messing things up with the water running all over my hands. It looks as if I'm rubbing hard, but I'm not. I'm very gentle with my skin. Treat your skin with gentility. Okay. I'm rubbing my skin in a gentle way. It may seem a bit harsh with the flannel. This flannel is a very soft one. It is crucial that you take off all the cleanser on your skin before you proceed to your next step, or to the next step of your routine. because if you leave some of the remnants of the cleanser on your skin, those remnants may mix up with your product and shouldn't be, may give you irritations. I'm going straight to one of our moisturizers at Izmiri, London. I've been using Izmiri products for a very long time. I mainly use Izmiri products most of the times, 99.9% of the times. All right. We have something cooking in the pipeline. Here is our sunscreen in the pipeline. It is a physical sunscreen. My eyes is not irritated whatsoever. So what I do is I start my routine some few minutes, say half hour before I step out of the door. It's a physical sunscreen, completely 100% non-nano physical sunscreen that we are working on. A few people testing them out, but I use it myself. Okay, so I'm gonna let it stay for 1 to 2 minutes. Usually when you apply physical sunscreens, most of them that leave white cast on your skin, it takes some few minutes for them to kind of disappear, the whiteness on the skin to go down. If you're using a physical sunscreen, do give the sunscreen time to settle in. The best way for it to reduce the white cast is to apply the sunscreen on top after you've used your facial moisturizer. So I've done. See, it's not up to, I don't think it's not up to 3 minutes. It's not bad. And if you feel it's too much of a white cast, you can use apply some light makeup to tone it down. But for me, I just go out with it like this because I know within a short period of time it would completely sink into my skin. See, to take it down there, and I do that to match the surrounding skin tone. How is it? Hope it's not too bad. Can you still see me? Of course, I know you can see. Yeah. It is important for us to use sunscreen even in winter periods or periods. The UV radiation knows no weather when you are outside. It is no respecter of any weather, be it a cloudy weather, a rainy weather. The UV radiations are present when the weather is cloudy dull, when it doesn't seem as if the sun is blasting away, the UV radiations are there, especially the UVA and the UVA and some of the UVB, but mainly the UVA that penetrates the glass, penetrates deep into the skin, that causes most of the wrinkles. The UVB causes most of the sunburn, photoaging, hyperpigmentations, skin irritations, and all that. Right? So what do you think Izmiri sunscreen? We are targeting SPF 50. This should be SPF 50, but it won't be anything less than SPF 40. So between SPF 40, with this formulation, it's on SPF 47, but with everything we put it in there, and it goes through all the rigorous testings, we may get a reading of SPF 50 plus. 50 plus. That is good enough. Right? How is it now? Completely vanished? What do you think? You be the judge. So this is what I use. This is some of my morning skincare routine. Most of the times, but not all the times, because I have other things that I incorporate into my skin, depending on what my skin is yearning for. And not to forget, I have something to use here. I have a balm that I use. A balm. Made in house as well. Okay. I'm still looking, checking. The sunscreen is completely disappeared. Let's get this looking smooth, nice. What do you think? Does it cost too much? Something you cannot tolerate? If you have skin irritation, depending, when you buy sunscreens and there are skin kind of irritations on your skin when you use it, many factors would count. The barrier of your skin, how healthy is it to start with? What other products have you used underneath the skin, the sunscreen? And what are the ingredients in the sunscreen that your skin may not agree with? Doesn't mean that the ingredient is not safe, because most skincare ingredients that have been launched go through rigorous testings by some cosmetic bodies, notable ones. Those ingredients that go through those rigorous testings, it take time for them to pass, and they've tested them. I, for one, don't support testing on animals, because I believe the pain of an animal is unacceptable. Medicines have been developed via animal testings using the what would I call them? Some monkeys and stuff like that. And other rabbits and co. I do not support testing on animals. Izmiri London Cosmetics absolutely do not support testing ingredients on animals that are not humans. We have in-house groups of testers that are real human beings that we give our finished products to test for us as human beings that we can account for. Um, not putting animals, subjecting them into various inhumane cages, putting them through terrible pains just to get results for humans. Who gave us that right as humans to say we have the power to torture, abuse, and exploit any other being? Test on human beings made by humans, from a human to a human, and whatever happens during that testings, there are contracts signed, signatures, cross hands, and if the person who, as a human being who wants to test the product, they know the consequences of testing a new product, and they agree by, signing or agreeing verbally or by signatures that they want to test that product. They know the consequences, and whatever happens, that's it. That's part of it. The animals have no voice. They cannot tell you and I how they feel when those products are being applied on their skins. They've been put under numerous experimental conditions, possibly giving them things to make their body act in a certain way so that the results that is being expected with that external stimuli, which is the samples, ingredients being tested, would provide an insight or results for the people using the animal to test. So they subject them through unbelievable conditions, inject them with stuff, make them go fat unnecessarily within a short period of time, inflict them with even diseases. That's for medicine, not cosmetics. All right, we've come to the end of my testing. This is it now. How is it? Completely gone? Let's see. Let's give it one more. I don't think I've spent half an hour here. Like I said, I start my morning skincare routine because of the sunscreen, so that give it within this period up to half an hour for days, so I don't get irritation using any other sunscreen. Not all sunscreens, but there are ones that don't agree with me. Chemical sunscreens don't agree with my skin. It may agree with your skin. It's up to you if you want to use it. But I, for one, this is the one that agrees with my skin, so I stick with it. Some people swear by chemical sunscreens. It's your prerogative. But for me, this is the one that agrees with my skin. Hence, that's what I'm using, showing you my skincare routine. So, what do you think? That's it. Done. It's not bad, is it? Can you still see me? Right? Yeah. All right. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for updates when we bring you videos. Like, share, subscribe, and don't stop smiling. It's only me, Lucia.